Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Friday Night Racing. It's season 2 and it's the season opener here at the Circuit of Americas, USA. And it's great to be back. A lot of preparation has gone into the season from the lads. Last year we ended up finishing with 2 tiers, and now there's full 3 tiers going, so they've come leaps and bounds on this game. So here we are. As you can see, there's probably quite a few names we don't recognise, but let's have a look through some of the lineup. So of course we'll start with the Mercedes. Lego Minecraft, the season 1 champion, he is in the Mercedes with Conrad. He can't be here tonight, so Shadow is one of the reserves, and he is in his place for this evening. The Ferraris, we have FRL Geordie and SHR Indigo. Indigo not here either, which is a shame to see. Both were here last season, as were Lego Minecraft and Conrad. 2 new drivers, I believe, in the Red Bull team are Officer Juan and Domain Zane. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. I know them from another league, and I do feel like they'll be very competitive here. In the McLaren, I believe we have 2 new drivers as well. We have YOLO Swag and ILRT_Dashy. Unfortunately, again, we've only got one of those here this evening in YOLO Swag. 2 new drivers. Be keen to see how they get on, as we are on board with Jay Ghosts, who starts his lap, and he, that formerly known as LR Ghosts, he was here season 1, but he is paired with Sean Larry, also a driver who was here last season. So that is the Renault lineup. And now I believe 2 new drivers for the Racing Point team. No Future to See and MCR Venom, but both of them looks like they're not here, as Jay Frotcher is one of, I believe, looks like Jay Frotcher's a reserve. He came second last year in the overall standings to Lego Minecraft. He pushed him all the way, and he done a great job. It was a good battle at the top. So there's your Racing Point team. Neither of them are here today, and Jay Frotcher takes the seat for this evening. AlphaTauri, 2 drivers who have been in FNR and beyond for a long time. It's LRB and ARTJ Luke. They are both here tonight, so we'll be eager to see how they're getting on. Haas, 2 new guys, I believe. It's Michael and Jack King, or Vapor King, actually. He's updated his gamer tag, so it'll be interesting to see how the Haas pair get on. Another 2 new drivers in the Alfa Romeo team. This time it's Vapor Trench and Bula. And I believe neither of them are here as well, because we've got Bois on pole, currently taking the Alfa Romeo seat. And finally we come to the Williams. 2 of the admins here, and that is Joey and Ryan. Ryan 3rd last year in the standings. Pushed the 2 ahead of him very well, but just couldn't keep with them towards the end of the season. So he'll be looking to go 1 or 2 places further this year and win the championship. So we'll see. And I must say, Williams, for me, best looking car on the grid. So, and it's very likely actually that you get held up in the pits as a Williams. So it's a good pick for them. So that is your driver lineup for the FNR Season 2. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to be back. I haven't done any commentary on this game yet, so I'm really looking forward to this one. It's been a long time out for myself, and these guys, I've been looking forward to getting back into it. They put a lot of effort into it, so I'm sure it's good to be out on track as Ryan pits. So we shall start focusing on who is doing laps and when. LRB is definitely not. Anyone on a lap? Domain Zane just starting a lap. So let's ride on board with Domain Zane as he comes up the hill to turn 1. Got to get wide as possible on the entrance, and then it'll give you a lovely exit down onto this sweeping right-hander. Then you've got the sort of S section, the American version of the Senna S, and Domain Zane takes that very well. And then you've got a quick left hand, and then a nice slow righter, and then full on the throttle for this left hand. Then down the hill for the hairpin turn, which Domain Zane takes very well. On the throttle for the back straight. Nice big long straight. You'll see some overtakes in the race down here. And then you come to sector 3, which a lot of people don't like. I quite like this sector. It produces a lot of good battles. Just a lot of moments where you can put one up the inside or even take it round the outside, and after all that, you've got this right hand full throttle all the way around, and then a left hander, and Domain Zane doesn't actually show us the final turn, but Domain Zane gives up on that one, as does Lego. So we'll go on board with Sean. Welcome everyone into the stream. Conrad, hello. Shame you're not racing this evening. He has said, is Shadow quick? I have no idea. I've never seen him race. So I know about as much as you do, I'm afraid, Conrad. And TRT James, hello. He has said, let's go Vapor King. Vapor King in the Haas currently sits 9th. with just over 9 minutes to go here in qualifying. So Sean Larry has invalidated. So there's a lot of people on out laps, not many people doing laps. On pole. I'm saying that right, I know. Bois on pole, or Bois on pole, or something like that. So Ghosts is coming around the third sector now. Currently sits 6th. You're going to be looking at low 129s, even dipping into the 28s for pole position here. So he's done a 1:30.4. Is he going to improve on that time? It does look like he might. Oh, he just loses the back end. He improves up to 5th place. But he'll be annoyed that he lost the back end there. So Jay Frotcher, I know he was coming around the last sort of sectors. I wonder what he can do. He's low on fuel, so I'm not sure if he's actually on a timed lap. I don't believe he is. No, he is. I'm wrong. So let's see. He's done a 1:29.8. I'm not sure. Just improves. Bottom pole actually disregards that lap. No, Officer Juan has put himself up to 5th place in the Alpha Tauri. Sorry, in the Red Bull. The Alpha Tauri of LRB coming up to the line. Improves, but not enough to change his position right now. Joey starting a lap. Who hasn't set a lap? Who can we go on board with? So, Domain Zane is on a lap. So we'll stick with Domain Zane. Where's Sean? Sean's just put himself 9th. So Domain Zane and Lego Minecraft, the only 2 drivers so far not to set a lap time. Hello, more people joining. Thank you for joining me on this Friday evening as Domain Zane comes around the final corner. Let's see what time he's going to set. So 1:31.5. Let's put him currently 14th place respectively. I was expecting higher. I haven't seen him race, but I feel like he is quite a fast driver. Lego's invalidated, or has he? He has invalidated. So he's going again. Or is he? He's turned his ERS off, so we're not sure. We'll come back to him. J Luke's definitely not on the lap. Michael's invalidated. Shadow is definitely not on a lap. Neither is Joey, so no one's really on a lap here. YOLO Swag has actually started a lap, so let's go on board. And as I say that, he invalidates. We're struggling to find anyone who's on a lap and not invalidated here. As everyone, I think, is returning to the pits to get in and then get out for one final run. Keep an eye on anyone coming up to the line to start that. I'm pretty sure Lego's going to be coming in. Yeah. Is that Alfa Romeo? One pole outlap, but he's decided to come in. YOLO Swag's invalidated. LRB is on an outlap. There's Officer Juan on an outlap. So this will be the first driver. We have no drivers currently on a lap. So here he goes, Officer Juan. He's got a nice free track ahead of him. Only 5 drivers, 6 now that one of the Mercedes has come out. Only 6 drivers on the track at the moment, as everyone is just about to come out. And you can see they're already pouring out of the pit exit. So currently, the Williams team of Joey and Ryan are looking very good. It could be a Williams front row lockout, and you don't hear that too often in Formula One. It's coming down the back straight. Let's have a look what he's looking at the end of sector 2 time wise. He's currently up by 2/10, and that will lift him up to 4th place if he can manage to hold on. Conrad has asked, what track is it next week? Let me just have a quick look. It's France. It is France. We go to the Paul Ricard track next week. Officers 1 didn't improve in position, and that might be him done. I'm not too sure. But right now, FRL Geordie just put himself 14th. This is where it gets tricky, trying to find where everyone is in regards to laps. A lot of people starting laps here. Oh, there's 2 drivers here, Yellow Swag and J Luke. One behind the other. That's interesting. That's very close together. Lego Minecraft will be the last driver to come across the line to do a lap. Shadow will be the first of these last runners, so we'll stick with Shadow. Currently 4th position. What can he do to improve? He's, what is that, 1,000th of a second ahead of Warren Pole. That's ridiculous. He's invalidated on the last corner, and he's just missed out on having another go. So no improvement for Shadow. What can Jay Frotcher do? 29.7. He goes provisional pole, 29.5. I nearly blurted out pole, and it's definitely not pole just yet. Vapor King and Michael both invalidated. There's an Alfa Romeo. Bois on the pole. What can he do? Currently 5th fastest. Goes 4th. Jay Ghosts and Sean Larry. Sean Larry stays 12th. Ghosts moves himself up to 5th. Is it Domain Zone? I'm getting them all wrong now. The Williams pair can't improve. Who is going to be able to stop this man? LRB has retired from the session. Domain Zane coming around the final corner. And Lego Minecraft puts himself on pole, 29.3. The last lap in the session, Officers 1 invalidated. So it's Lego Minecraft who takes the first pole of the season. And that was his one and only valid lap time, and he left it till the end. He does like to do that though. He does like to get a sense of the track and then give it one almighty push at the end, and it has paid off for him here at the Circuit of the Americas. So the first race of the season starts off with the same 2 that finished in the drivers' standings for season 1. It's Lego Minecraft who takes pole, Jay Frotcher alongside him on that front row. Then comes the Williams pair of Joey and Ryan, and then it's Bois and pole, Jay Ghosts, Shadow, Officers 1, LRB and YOLO Swag make up the top 10. Then comes Michael, J Luke, Sean Larry, Domain Zane, Vapor King and Geordie in 16th respectively. So look at that, very, very tight qualifying session. Brilliant work from all involved. So as the drivers prepare their race strategies, I've just seen, for those who may know, PMP, the esports team, they've just decided to put the Twitter account up for sale. When they say sale, they mean completely free. So PMP looks like they are done, if anyone was interested. But here we go for the formation lap. Thank you everyone who has tuned in. Obviously, we know it's late. That's why it's called Friday Night Racing. And here's the predicted pit stop strategy. So soft to hard will be about lap 9:11, and then soft medium is possible as well, and that is lap 8 to 11. So the soft medium is lap 8 to 11, and then that pit between lap 16 to 20. Whereas soft to hard is between lap 9 and lap 11. It'll be interesting to see. Oh, Ryan's been disqualified. I think that just puts him onto the grid. Yeah, he's just on the grid. So that is fine. As you can see, 1st to 13th, all starting on the soft tyre. Obviously, top 10 had to start on what they qualified on. Domain Zane and Geordie, the only two on the mediums, and the only person going for the alternate strategy is Vapor King on the hard. So he'll be looking to go fast at the end of the race. People watching, give me some predictions. Who's going to win? Who's going to finish on the podium? Do let me know. There's a lot of quick drivers here. Anything could happen. Obviously, I believe Lego will probably be favourite going into this. Obviously, as the Season 1 champion. Not to put any pressure on the champ. But I'm sure he will do a good job from P1. So, as the last few cars line up for the grid. It's Friday Night Racing in America, round 1. The lights are out and away we go. Lego Minecraft gets a good start, but I think Joey has got an even better start. Jay Frotcher, and he's up the inside of Lego. He's going for the move. Lego's holding it. There's a Williams of Ryan going very wide. Look at these two though. Neither of them want to back down, but Jay Frotcher eventually does. And there's a big of cars back here going front, and we've lost Geordie. Geordie's had an incident somewhere. Just yellow flags now. Jay and AlphaTauri's grabbing his Shadow. Shadow is in the wall. He spun it. As he got damage, it's not showing me the greatest of angles right now. We'll catch up with Shadow just before he gets into the pit. Sean Larry's been overtaken by Vapor King. Vapor already making up places on those hards, doing well. Shadow has retired. We've had our first retirement. That is a real shame. There is the predicted pit stop strategy again if you missed it earlier. That's a very nice feature on this new F1 2020 game. Let's go back up towards the front. Jay Frotcher, I missed it. Sorry, there was a few incidents. I missed it. Jay Frotcher has taken the lead of this race. And going into lap 2, it's the Racing Point. And he's got the fastest lap. Oh, what's happened here? YOLO Swag tumbling down the order, but currently sitting 7th on my screen. That's really weird. He's currently 7th, but it's saying he's 13th. F1 2020 at its finest. I've got no idea what's going on now. What on earth? Okay, I think it's just shuffled it back up again, so YOLO Swag is in the correct position. That was a bit nuts. Let's now see some racing action. Closest gap at the moment is Officer Juan behind said YOLO Swag. Although it's not updating that gap between the two. It is DRS now. We're on the 3rd lap. So all the drivers within 1 second of the car in front will have DRS. It's a shame to lose Shadow in the 1st lap, especially round 1. You really never know what can happen in a race. Safety cars come out all the time. Can really bring you straight back into it. So it is a shame to see that someone has retired after having an incident. We'd like to see the drivers carrying on and trying their best to get nice and high as Ryan nearly goes into the back of his teammate Joey. I'm sure they will be chatting together anyway, so if team orders do need to come into play, I think they will have that covered. Shadow leaves the session. Everyone so far inside the sort of... Oh, and Michael's gone off. Michael is slammed into the wall. He's definitely got damage on that Haas car. Yep, he's missing a left end plate. He slots back in to 14th, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have to pit that. It's going to be too much damage. Oh, and now Ghost nearly goes into the back of Joey, and there has been some sort of team order because Ryan is now ahead of Joey. Feels he has the better pace than his British teammate. So the top 8 are all within a second of each other. This is really good racing from them all. Could be anyone's race, this one. Keeping an eye on the battles at the back as well. Sean Larry gaining on Jay Luke all the time here, but Jay Luke does have DRS on LRB, so it's making it difficult for Sean, but Sean's going to go for it. Up into turn 1, he's going up the inside, he locks the inside left tyre, but manages to get away with it. I thought Jay Luke was easily going to get the grip on the outside there, but they had a small bit of contact which might have stalled that charge around the outside. Joey picks up a 3-second time penalty. Lego Minecraft also picks up a 3-second time penalty. We know the track limits are very harsh on this new F1 2020, as Vapor King also becomes a penalty casualty. So we know any sort of tyre that dips off, you might get a penalty. As Jay Ghost now looks up the inside of Joey, the Renaults are making moves. And they're both moving up the field, but they're both locking up tyres. You can see Ghost really struggling to slow himself down for the corners, and he's put himself up into 5th place. The top 3 still as they are. Let's have a look at the ERS. Jay Frotcher's definitely using ERS. Lego's virtually using no ERS right now. Unless he's saving it. But it does look like Jay Frotcher is trying to use it wherever he can to try and get a second gap to his Mercedes rival. So, we should start seeing runners pit around lap 8 to lap 11. Bois on pole, slowly gaining on Lego, not gaining enough. Joey's gaining on Ghost. He's going to try and get the move done and get that place back off that Renault. They're side by side around this 3rd sector. Joey's gone for the nice little switchback. This is what I love about the sector. You can really get some good racing going. He's trying to stick it around the outside. Is he going to have the better traction? He's not. Jay Ghosts holds on to P5 for now. That is some very good, respectable racing from the pair there. Ryan seems to be now gaining on pole, and he's definitely in this group of 4 now. There's the lock-up, so you can see. They're all so evenly matched at the moment. You can't split them. We have seen a move. Vapor King just got ahead of Domain Zane into P12 on a hard tyre, which J-Luke, Vapor King, Domain Zane, Geordie and Michael have all pitted. A few of those have had incidents, Geordie and Michael, so we expected them to pit. As Joey goes again on Ghost, this time going for the outside, now going for the switchback. Doesn't get the traction he'd want though, and it looks like he's going to have to wait a bit longer to try and get that P5 back, as Domain Zane and Vapor King are now going wheel to wheel, fighting it out for P12. This is brilliant from the pair. But Domain Zane on those mediums manages to keep hold of P12. He's very low on ERS though. Compared to Vapor, Vapor's got triple the amount, pretty much, at the moment. A few penalties coming in. The penalties are going to rack up, that's for sure. Lego's actually cut the gap down to Jay Frotcher now to about half. He's cut it down by about half a second. Bois on pole has just got a penalty as well. So I know Lego and Bois will both have penalties. I'm not sure about Ryan, but I'm pretty sure Jay Frotcher doesn't have a single penalty yet. Now, are we going to see third time in a row? Oh, here we go. We're seeing a move for first place, and Lego Minecraft made that look very easy. He'd had enough of sitting behind that racing point, and he takes control of the race. Joey didn't make a move that time round on Ghosts. Let's have a look at Vapor King and Domain Zane, because these two have been battling. No battling this time around. But there it is. Lego Minecraft takes control of the race, P1. Now Ryan definitely has a penalty, so I believe in the top 4, Jay Frotcher's the only one without a penalty, as we see LRB, the AlphaTauri, pit. Now what's he going for? He's going for mediums. So it's looking like 2 stop for LRB, medium to soft. The top 6 here are separated by hardly anything. It's really, really good to see. Really competitive racing in the top tier of FNR. Some nice shots of the cars there. YOLO Swag has Officer Juan pretty much pushing him round. He's got that ERS on. He's got it active. Ryan's making a move on bar pole though. We're just going to have to go up here. He's gone up the inside. Bar pole's going to try and defend up the inside of the next turn. Does so. Oh, and he cuts Ryan off a little bit. Ryan's going to go up the inside, and there's more bumping, wheel bumping all over the place. Ryan gets the move done eventually. Officer Juan has not got past YOLO Swag. But that was aggressive racing there. And Jay Frotcher comes into the pits. So does Bar on pole. So does Jay Ghosts. Neither of... Oh no. No, neither of the Williams have pit. Interesting. So we knew we'd see a lot of pits between lap 8 and 11 from the soft runners. And there's about 6 cars pitting here. Jay Luke is pitting off of the mediums, which he's already been on, or has he got a drive-through? He's just gone straight through. He might have had a drive-through, so no change of tyres there. Jay Frotch onto the mediums, Bois onto the softs. Everyone else also onto the mediums, Sean onto the softs. So everyone's got their mixed strategies. When do you put the, if you're going 2 stop, when do you put the softs on? When do you put the mediums on? Do you do the softs first, mediums first? It's all mind games, all mind games. As Jay Frotcher makes an easy pass on Vapor King. Nice and fresh medium tyres. Now are we going to see the current top 4 pits? Lego Minecraft decides no. Ryan decides no as well. Joey decides yes. Officer Juan also follows him in. So 2 more of the soft runners come in. Ryan and Lego decide to go further. We were going to always see a Williams go further. They're not going to double stack, so I'm sure Ryan will pit next lap. Whether Lego will or not, we'll have to wait and see. It's Jay Frotcher making a move into turn 1 on Domain Zane. Bar on pole also making a move into turn 1 on Vapor King. Joey comes out just behind LRB. Who went in behind? Officer Juan. Officer Juan has come out ahead of Joey, so I wonder if Joey had a little bit of wing damage. Ghost has now got past Vapor King. Bart on pole, making the move up the inside of Domain Zane. Domain Zane looking to come back at him, but medium against softs. I think the softs are going to come out on top there, especially as Bar on pole has the DRS from being behind Domain Zane. Here goes Vapor King, looking to get his P6 back from J Ghost, but J Ghost forces him wide and defends quite well there. Sean making a move on Geordie, puts himself up to 12th. Ryan does pit now. Lego happy to continue, so is Lego looking to go for the one stop here. So Ryan comes out just ahead of Vapor King. He's done quite well there. Barn Pole keeps ahead on track of Ryan. He's got a few cars between him and Ryan, so that's going to help him. So I think we're all pretty sure that Lego is going for the one stop here, as Ryan makes a move into main zone before he even gets to the turn into the end of sector 2. Officers 1 and Yolo Swag, Joey and LRB, 4 drivers all swapping positions. Lego stays out. He's definitely going for the one stop. Is this going to pay off for him? Can be very interesting to see. I think he will, you know. Unless Jay Frotcher is going to try and take these mediums for 18 laps. Which is tough around America. America's a tough circuit on the tyres. Officers 1 has got ahead of Vapor King. Sean Larry now ahead of LRB into P11. Officers 1, Domain Zane, the 2 Red Bulls swapping positions as well. Wonder if there's any team orders going on there as well. Yolo Swag looking to make a move on Vapor King. Goes up the inside. Very nicely done. And is he gonna... Can he make it 2 positions here? Oh, he's coming at Domain Zane with a lot of speed. Going up his inside. He locks the front left, but he gets the move done, and that's very good. Nice. Sorry, wow, couldn't decide what word to say there. Very nice racing from Yolo Swag, and that'll be satisfying to get 2 moves done within 2 turns, pretty much. We just didn't see Ryan get ahead of Ghosts, so the top 4 is back to how it was. Obviously, these guys. Barn Pole is definitely doing a 2-stop. I don't know whether Jay Frotcher and Ryan are also doing that. So we'll have to wait and see. Lego is pushing these softs as far as he can. I have to say, he's doing a pretty good job. Yes, he's losing time. But that time will come back to him towards the end of the race. It's just how much is he prepared to lose to then try and gain back? Because it's not guaranteed that he's going to get that time back. He's going to have to work hard for that. It's down to just over 10 seconds now, the gap. So I now wouldn't be surprised if this was the lap that he came in. Vapor King and Domain Zane having a little battle here. Joey and Sean going wheel to wheel. We'll stick with Domain and Vapor King. I think these two have been fighting all race pretty much. Domain going for it, and he's got it. Joey's got the move done on Sean. Sean's on the soft though compared to the hard. He's going around the outside. There's still wheel to wheel here. Am I seeing rain? Is that drops of rain? Yep, that is. It is rain. What is going on? Whenever here at FNR we come to USA, there's always rain towards the end of the race. We saw it Owen before. Far Owen. He stayed on the mediums, I believe, through this short period of rain. He lost load of positions, but then he made it back because he didn't pit and everyone else pitted for the inters. And as the track started to dry again, he was just taking all his positions back, and he managed to get a podium in the end. So what are we going to see here? So this is why Lego is staying on that soft compound that he's been on since the start of the race, because he knew rain was coming. But it's not looking so heavy right now. I know it's only been, we've only seen it for a lap so far, but how heavy is it gonna get? I didn't actually ask. Sometimes I ask on stream if the guys can let me know what the weather's saying, but I do like a bit of surprise. And is it gonna pay off for Lego now? Because he's obviously been staying on the softs to try and secure track position when the wet comes. But Jay Frotcher is pulling that gap down. It's just over 3 seconds now. We're on board with Ryan. He's going to look to make a move on one pole. The softs will struggle quicker than the mediums and the hards in the rain. As the track starts to get wet, they will struggle more than the softs. Oh, and Ryan making a last minute lunge, and Barn Pole seemed to sort of realise it was coming and put his car well in the way. Joey is going for a move on Domain Zane up the inside. That's a nice move, and Domain Zane's got to be careful here. He's got Sean Larry waiting. So I'm not seeing any spray yet, so the drivers aren't going to pit. This is where we're going to see the change in the lead of the race. Oh, and Ryan's making a move into turn 1. Boyer on pole's done for the switchback, and there's more wheel bashing between these two. Been wheel bashing every time they've come close on the track. Domain saying, oh, Geordie. Oh, and Geordie's out of the race. That's a safety car. We've got a safety car. Oh. Very, very pleased with that. Because he had Barn Pole and Ryan coming at him. Definitely on this straight here, he would have had at least the Alfa Romeo coming. So now this gives everyone a free pit stop. Is it wet enough? Am I seeing spray? I'm not seeing any spray, so I don't know. Who's going to take the gamble here? It's definitely not spray. Is anyone going to gamble it? Jay Frotcher is. Lego is. Pretty much everyone delving into the pits. Everyone on inters. There you go. Oh, a slight bit of delay for Joey, but he should be alright. No, he hasn't. He hasn't been jumped. So Joey's been okay on the double stack. Oh, but Lego's been jumped. Ryan's taken Lego in the pits. And Jay Ghosts and Officer Juan as well have both taken Bois on pole. So a couple of drivers losing out places here. This is the first lap of the safety car, so we're going to have at least one more lap. Been a very entertaining race so far. I'm just going to grab a drink while we're under the safety car. I'll be back momentarily. Right, so safety car is coming in. It's clear to see there is a bit of spray now, so good on everyone. for getting onto the intermediate tyre. Jay Frotcher will be the one to lead the pack out. He's bunching them up a lot here. This isn't a great view. I want to see when he gets going. Here we go. And he's off. So we are back underway, trying to catch anyone out that he can. Doesn't look like many have been caught out. YOLO Swag is looking to make a move into turn one. He's dived up the inside of Officer Juan. He's not going to make it stick because Officer Juan has the grip, but look at YOLO Swag coming back around the outside. Oh, and he's just had to go off there, and he's lost a position as well to Bart on pole. Lego Minecraft picked up another penalty. Just had a little lag spike there, not sure why. Joey making a move on YOLO Swag now, and LRB making a move on YOLO Swag. Also Domain Zane. Oh my god, what has happened here to YOLO Swag? He sort of just lost his rhythm, and everyone is making moves on him. So the top four has not changed so far. Still sticking it out. I think Jay Frotcher will be happy with this so far. He'll know that Ryan and Lego have at least one penalty each. And I don't believe Jay Frotcher has any. So as long as he keeps it that way, he'll be all good. Getting another lag spike. Not sure what's going on there. Apologies. Joey, I think he'll be one of the drivers who's disappointed so far. 8 laps to go. And he had a very good qualifying. Top 4 qualifying. Currently running in 8th place. So I'm sure he'll be hoping to try and pick off 1 or 2 more places. Domain Zen and YOLO Swag going at it once more. YOLO Swag trying to pick back up the positions that he lost on that restart lap after the safety car. And Joey's got to be careful here. He's got LRB of the AlphaTauri behind. LRB picks up a penalty there. This is how harsh the track limits are on F1 2020. LRB making a move down the inside. Is he going to get that AlphaTauri turned in time? He is. He's up and ahead of the Williams, but for how long? It doesn't look like Joey. He's not using his overtake. So he's happy to stay where he is for now. YOLO Swag has had an incident. Probably him and Domain Zane going at it once again. And he's missing a left end plate. My co-commentator, my cat, has joined us. He won't be much help, so we'll kick him out. Bar on pole. He's putting the pressure on Vapor King here. His bar has been in the top 4 for most of the race, so he'll be hoping to get further up. Joey comes into the pits. Now I wonder why. Oh, has he got a drive-through? No, he's got wing damage. He's missing the left end plate, so he's coming in to the pits. YOLO Swag's coming for softs. That's definitely a mistake. There's no chance you're meant to be putting on softs right now. And the gaps, look, the gaps are starting to open up. Top four were all within a second of each other. Lego, has Lego lost a position to Ghosts? He has. So Lego has lost a position. He's down to 4th place. Not sure how. Missed that. Apologies. Sean's making a move up the inside of Domain Zane. Domain Zane has been in all sorts of battles here today. Look at the spray. The spray is unbelievable. I wonder if it's wet weather now. If it's full wet. Sean Larry looks for the switchback. He's going to try around the outside. That's not going to happen there. And he knows it, so he backs off. And Domain Zane keeps hold of that P9 for now. Top 5 are all separated by over a second, so we're not going to see any action up here for a while. We've got the... yeah, we've got the gearbox glitch on Jay Frotcher, so we're not going anywhere near his car. Vape King trying to... Oh, and Joey's out. Joey's out of the race. There he is, way out on the left. I wonder how he's managed that. It's a virtual safety car. Yellow Swagger's going to come in. No, he's not. He's completely missed the pit entrance. There's a 5-second penalty. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw YOLO retire. Or is he going to carry on? No, he's retired from the race. 3 are down to 12 drivers. Joey has crashed out, and YOLO Swag has retired. Put on the wrong tyre. So we're down to 12. It's all action in the midfield. The gaps at the front are just getting that ever bigger. And Jay Frotcher's looking comfortable right now. Oh, Barton Pole has got a drive-through penalty. Speeding under the VSC. It's really difficult. It's when the virtual safety car goes, if it doesn't go on a straight, if it goes on a corner, it makes it really difficult to judge it. I had a race a few hours ago, and I got caught out on it. It was coming up to the final 2 turns at Spa, Belgium, and I tried to slow down as much as I could, and I was literally a few tenths above the delta, and I got a drive-through, and it's very frustrating, but it's something that's just going to have to be worked on by drivers and myself, as Sean Larry putting the pressure on Domain Zane. This is the closest battle on track at the moment. Look at the conditions. Conditions are awful. I'm very glad I'm in the comms box for this race and not racing. So I would hate to be in this race. Oh, and Brian Pole has lost it. Oh, his race was going so well. Oh, it's such a shame. It was looking promising for the Alfa Romeo driver, but he now runs down in P12 and out of the points. Sean Larry, Domain Zane, still going at it. Sean is going to go for the switchback. It's so hard to try that switchback in these conditions because you just don't have the grip. He is going for it. He's going to be in the same exact position here on the outside, which he knows isn't going to work, so he's going to have to just tuck in for now and stay in that position. Lego is actually now within a second of Ghosts, so it's Lego now getting to terms with the intermediate weather. Be interesting to see this battle, to see whether he can get into the top 3. I don't know what Ghost's penalties are looking like. I'm not going to have a look, but we do know Lego has at least 2 now, I believe. So Ghost will be very aware that he's got Lego Minecraft gaining on him slowly but surely. Oh, and Juan Paul has lost it again. The S's are catching him out. Oh, and he can't even keep. Oh, and there he goes. Juan Paul is out, and it's caused a safety car. Oh. Now. To me, I think that's an intentional crash out. And I am one of the admins in the league, and I do believe we've got a thing against people intentionally crashing out, because it causes this sort of thing. It causes safety cars, and then it ruins people's chances. Say if like Jay Frotch was in the lead, like 2.3 seconds, he had a 3-second time penalty, and he's trying to get 3 seconds ahead. That pretty much ruins his chances of doing that. Oh, my good friend Jack, who's joined for the closing stages here. He has said, caused a safety car there. Naughty. Yeah, I agree. Did look like he deliberately crashed out Juan Paul, and that will come to consequence, I believe, in the boardroom. So there's only... This is the first lap of the safety car. The safety car will come in at the end of lap 26. So we're only going to see 2 more laps of racing. Sean Larry has pitted for fresh inters, and so is Jay Luke. So Sean has given up his P9 and dropped a place. It's just really annoying me that Jay Frotcher, the car in the lead, has the gearbox glitch, which I was hoping to see that glitch left in F1 2019, but clearly not. So this is the best way of watching Jay Frotcher from the broadcast camera. Has been a thrilling race this evening. To be honest, throughout the whole way through, I've not really been sure of who's going to win. I was starting to be sure, but now it's all up in the air once again. So we shall see upon the restart. In elapsed times, because we got one more lap of the safety car. I can definitely say the likes of Officer Juan, Vapor King, Domain Zane, Sean, they've all been amongst it this race. They've all been battling away in the midfield. And this is just terrible. So we're going to move away from that. So yeah, they've really had a good battle. Jay Luke, interesting. Jay Luke's gone for the wet tyre. Now, I did say a few laps ago, could it be wet weather? Full wet weather. So we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on him upon the restart and see how he does. Jack has said his league starts tomorrow. 3 tiers, all full. Can't wait. And says, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well too, Jack. It's been a long time since we've done any co-commentary together. We currently don't have anything scheduled, so who knows when we'll link up in the comms box once again. But glad to have you watching the closing stages of this race. J. Luke's picked up a 3-second time penalty, trying to get himself towards the end of this safety car queue. I'm moving down the line because Jay Frotcher's gearbox is really, it's a horrid sound. And there we go, safety car is coming in this lap. So we may have to go on board Jay Frotcher. So for the last 2 laps, it's Jay Frotcher, Ryan, Jay Ghost, Lego, Officers 1, LRB, Vapor King, Domain Zane, Michael, Sean Larry completes the top 10, and Jay Luke in 11th on those wet tyres. As Jay Frotcher backs up the pack, we shall shortly be getting underway once more for 2 final laps of racing. And here he goes with that awful sounding gearbox. And he has seemed to caught Ryan out there. And look at this. Everyone, when I say everyone, Ryan, Ghost and Lego are all very close together. Lego is going to try and make a move up the inside already. That's very deep. And he caused a bit of contact with Ryan and possibly Ghost as well. But I think he did come off the gas, realised that was a bit deep. And they've kept their positions. No one lost any positions, I don't feel. LRB is right behind Officers 1 here. You know what? I think this is wet weather. I think this is full wets. Jay Ghost, 3-second time penalty. That's going to hurt him at the end. Jay Luke has made up a place. I'm very interested to see if he can make any more. Domain Zane gets a time penalty. Him and Vapor King going at it. Vapor King trying to gain as much time on LRB as possible. He can't do it. Sean is going up the inside of Domain Zane. Domain Zane's going to try and hold the inside. Look at the spray. These conditions are awful. I would not, no way, want to be involved in this race. No way. So the top 4 are as they were from the safety car restart. Are we going to see any changes bar the penalties at the end? The midfield continues to be a constant battle. Here comes Sean up the inside of turn 1. Can he get the move done on Vapor King? He has. He's got the move done. The Renault moves up into P7. Very tidy move. Oh, but he just picked up a time penalty, as does Officers 1. In these wet conditions, it's very hard to get through those S's without dipping a tyre over the track limits. I've said it a fair few times already. Track limits on this game are very, very harsh, so you just got to be that extra bit careful on F1 2020. So here we go. Is there going to be a move? This is going to be pretty much the best chance. But no. Goes too far back. So is Lego. Sean is going to have a go round the outside of LRB, is he? No, he's going to look for the switchback instead. He's on the outside of the AlphaTauri. will go on board with Vapor King. He's got a great view of this. LRB holding on. Sean Larry's going to go up the inside again. No, and LRB gets tapped from Vapor King. That's definitely not done him any good. And Vapor King's gone ahead of LRB now. And we'll go to the front as J. Luke retires on those wet tyres. Jay Frotcher comes home to win round 1 of FNR. He takes the checkered flag. Ryan comes home P2. Lego Minecraft P3. Officers 1 P4. LRB takes P5 in the end. So a lot of penalties moved him up. And out of the 16, we only saw 10 finish. Driver of the day is Domain Zane. Well done to him. I'm not sure if we decided if there's an extra point for Domain Zane. And there he is, Jay Frotcher. Congratulations on that win. Very well deserved. I think he drove a very good race. Lego tried to hold on for the one-stop strat, knowing the rain was coming. Didn't quite work out, especially when he got jumped in the pits as well. Made it very difficult for him to get in front there. And Ryan also finishing in the top 3. So there it is. Jay Frotcher is the winner of the United States Grand Prix. Ryan comes home in P2. Lego Minecraft P3. Officers Ryan P4, and he takes the fastest lap as well. There's the extra point for him. LRB comes home P5. The only driver, sorry, not the only driver. Michael finishes P6. Only driver not to get a time penalty. So well done to him. That's done him very well. Domain Zane P7. Sean Larry P8. Ghost dropped down to 9th in the end, and Vapor King finishes 10th. J. Luke retired on the final lap. Bois on pole. YOLO Swag, Joey, Geordie, and Shadow all crashed out of what was a very interesting race. It was quite tight. Strategies were a part of the first half, and then once we knew the rain had come in, track position pretty much said it all for the result of that one. But thank you everyone for joining. Round 2 is next week, same time, 10:15. We will be at the Paul Ricard track in France. So stay tuned next week for round 2 of what will be a brilliant season, a very competitive season. Thank you for joining. Have a very good evening and enjoy your weekend. Good night.